Let's get going with Ben Bulch from the LA Times.
Morning, Cam.
Morning.
I know every player has kind of different just stylistic tendencies in the way you run routes and catch passes. Is there a stylistic difference in the way that the ball comes out of Dorian and Ethan's hand as far as when it gets to you and just the way they throw passes?
Not really. They both have really strong arms and can throw it. And most of the time when the ball comes, you're just thinking about catching it.
How's I know Dorian was out there. We saw him throwing today. But if Ethan's the guy Saturday, how impressed have you been with the way he handled himself at the end of that game and in practice?
We feel comfortable for whoever the guy is. You know, we had a whole spring together, summer, fall camp, and so now everything pretty confident.
Thank you.
Let's go to Sam Connon from SI.
Hey Cam, how's it going?
Good, are you?
Good, thanks. So that last play against Oregon, obviously didn't go the way you wanted to. Can you talk about what you kind of went through in the moment during the play, and then kind of heading back to the sidelines after?
You know, we were just trying to get to the sideline on the play, and the DB just made a great play on the ball. You know, it happens sometimes, so we got to give our hats off to them for making a great play. But you know, we didn't have our heads down or anything. We just kind of, you know, at that point, you just got to move on and get ready for the next week.
Does that ever kind of give you extra motivation, knowing that it came down to the wire? You guys are so close, and not coming through in that moment to kind of fuel you to maybe come through in that moment this week against Utah?
Oh yeah, absolutely. You know, we hate losing. We have to execute better as a whole, and to be able to, we made a lot of mistakes, and to be able to stay in the game with mistakes just shows you of how special our team really is. So we clean up a few things. We're really confident going into this week.
All right, thanks.
Tony Saracusa from Last Word.
Hey, Cam, now Utah is going to be missing their top defensive player, Devin Lloyd, for the first half of the game. Beyond Lloyd, what have you seen from your study, game film, and meetings on Utah's defense this week?
We've seen they've been pretty consistent flying around. They tackle pretty well. They're going to be fast and physical. So we wouldn't want it any other way. So we're just ready to get up there and compete.
Great. Thanks.
Tracy Pearson, Bruin Report.
Hey, Cam. You started out, first couple of games with no catches and a big game against Fresno State with 5 receptions. And now it seems like a little bit more regularly, 3 catches each in the last couple of games. Do you have an explanation for that? Is that just kind of you getting warmed up in the offense, or you starting to gain some credibility with Coach Kelly and the offensive coaches? Why do you think this is evolved this way?
You know, I don't really look into why what happens. Like, you know, there's only one ball on the field, so some plays is designed for you to get other guys open, block, and do whatever you have to do. So I just focus on doing my job, and whenever the ball comes, just focus on being ready.
Speaking of blocking, I know the UCLA coaches emphasize blocking with their wide receivers. How have you improved in that since you've arrived at UCLA, and give us like an example of how the coaches emphasize it?
They emphasize it a lot, so because it's a thing that is essential for the offense. You know, we have great running backs score, so you know, every day we've been working on the hitting the sled as receivers, just to work on driving through blocks to be able to get better at that.
Thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
Any other questions here for Cam? Yep, Rick Kimbrough from Bruin Blitz.
What does Utah's defense do well, and how can you guys attack it? And get a victory this Saturday?
They fly around to the ball. They play fast and physical. So coming in early to the game just show that we're not going to back down, so that we're going to come at them too and also be physical. Um, I think will lead to some big plays.
Thank you very much, and good luck to you there on Saturday.
Thank you.
Okay. Anything else here for Cam? Great. I'll wrap it up. Thanks for your time, Cam.
Thank you.
We have Tyler Manoa walking our way right now. All right, we are now joined by defensive lineman Tyler Manoa. Again, any questions for Tyler, please hit the raise hand button at the bottom of your screen. Tyler, we got you muted right now.
Here.
Yep. Let's start with Tony Siracusa from Last Word.
Hey, Tyler, tell us what you've seen so far in your study of Utah's quarterback Cam Rising. He didn't start the season, but now he is the starter. What have you seen from him in your studies this week?
The quarterback's really good. Definitely can use his feet, so we got to be aware of that. He can get outside the pocket, so it's probably one thing that we're going to do, have to keep him contained and keep him in the pocket. But a really good quarterback, and that's probably our main thing we're focused on right now, just trying to keep him contained and just handing the ball off.
Now, Utah doesn't run a lot of pre-snap motion. They pretty much go just straight up. Does that make it easier to prepare for them if you're not having to look at all their different motion angles?
I mean, at the end of the day, our job is to get off the ball and strike somebody. So, I mean, if we can do that, I think we're able to just try to create penetration, and I think that will help us out a lot up front.
All right, great, thanks.
Let's go to Sam Connon from SI.
Hey, Ty, how's it going?
How's it going?
Good, thanks. So when you're going against a bunch of different quarterbacks in a row, pretty much that are mobile to some extent, do you guys kind of stick with the same game plan, as in who's playing spy, who's doing what, from Jane Daniels to Anthony Brown to someone like Cam Rising?
I mean, I think it's just a game plan. I think our coaches do a really good job how to neutralize quarterbacks or just offenses in general. So I mean, every week, I think that's just our main objective. Just, I mean, like I said earlier, just get off the ball and strike offensive linemen and just try to keep them off of us. So I mean, we can try to read and react to things.
All right, thanks.
Go to Tracy Pearson from Brunaport.
Hey, Tyler, your rush defense has been pretty exceptional this year. What do you attribute that to? Why is this year, have we seen such an improvement in UCLA's rushing defense?
I think just over these past couple of years of just having okay rush stopping, I think that's just our main goal. If we can stop the run, and that will help us out. And offenses runs, then we can just just get off the ball and try to pass rush offenses. Um, I don't know. I think it's just a mindset type of thing, and that's something that we preach up front. If we can stop the run, then offenses are gonna have to try to pass the ball, and that's when we're gonna have to try to work our rush.
Would you say the majority of your rotation on the defensive line are seniors? I think it's like 5 of 7 guys. How big of an impact does that have?
You know, I think that has a big thing to do with what we're doing here right now. I mean, a lot of players on our up front, they have a lot of game time experience, so that way we communicate with one another better. Even with when our young guys go in, they're pretty up to speed with a lot of the things. So I mean, it's not really um, communication part aspect of things. I think we're doing a pretty good job.
What have you seen from Jay Toia?
You know, Jay's been doing a good job. Every week, I feel like he's been getting better, day in and day out. Just coming to work every day, just with the right mindset, and definitely Coach Nansen just pushing us every day, especially him. And I think it's been big for him and just everybody in general.
I know this might be a little premature, but you would have a super senior year available to you next year. Have you thought about it? Talked to the coaches about it? Would you consider utilizing it?
You know, right now I haven't thought about anything. Just worried about our next opponent. But I mean, if I'm presented with that opportunity and the coaches do accept that, then we'll see what happens from there.
Okay, good deal. Thanks, Tyler.
Appreciate it.
All right, any other questions here for Tyler? Okay, we'll wrap it up. Thanks for your time, Tyler.
Appreciate it. Have a good one.